What's up everybody, welcome to my tutorial on how to create fractal patterns in DaVinci Resolve. Let's get started. First thing I did was set up a timeline. I named it Fractal 1 and I set my endpoints and my outpoints with markers and I set them to 10 seconds. I'm going to click O and I. I'm going to move my marker there and then we're going to go into our effects tab and you'll have to type in adjustment clip to get it pulled up. However, I have it added to my favorites, so it's always there because I have it starred. Check that out. Oh yeah. All right. Now that you have an adjustment clip on the timeline, we're going to go into our color editing tab, and we're just going to go ahead and click Option K a few times, 1, 2, 3, and add a few extra nodes. We're going to move those up because we're going to add some more later, but for now, let's just worry about these 4. First one, we're going to label noise. Second one, we're going to label mirror 1. Mirror 2. Whoops. Mirror 2. Mirror 3. Okay, cool. Now we're going to go into our effects catalog and we're going to do fast noise. Add that into our node. We're going to go down to auto animation, turn up the seething to 0.3. And you can see the noise is now moving. Whereas if the seething, if it wasn't animated, the noise doesn't move at all. So seething 0.3. And you can get a little more specific with that if you want to, but we'll leave it there for now. We're going to adjust our scale. Okay, so it's kind of cool. It's getting there. It's getting there. Now we're going to add a mirror. Mirror 1. First, it's just left-right reflection. We don't want that. That's boring. We want a kaleidoscope. Oh yeah, now look at that. But that's not quite cool enough. So let's add another mirror. Mirror 2. Boom. Also kaleidoscope. And we're going to change the center size a little bit. We'll change the first one just a little bit smaller. Now we've got a really interesting and kind of unpredictable pattern. Then we're going to go to mirror 3. Oops. And we'll add another mirror. And I'm going to make that a rosette. Oh yeah. That's looking pretty cool. But it's not detailed enough. So we're going to go back to our noise. And we are going to change the scale to really small. There we go. Something like that. And let's say we want to add a little bit of color. Right now we have black and white noise. We're going to make this saturated. Oh yeah. Let's add a little contrast to make it brighter. Look at that. It's kind of trippy. So just remember, everything you're doing, you can change the colors. So I like playing with this guy right here. We've got a pretty well spread out color diagram. Let's remove some of the purples. Let's do like a little trichromatic thing here. And let's change the overall temperature to be a little bit warmer. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now let's make the color tint. Oh, I don't know. Let's just have fun with it. Let's go crazy. Let's make it like a peach. Go. That's a little bit peachy. And let's bring out the yellows a little bit too. And let's kind of get rid of all these other ones. Yeah, it's kind of a peachy fractal noise. Okay, but if we zoom in a little bit, it's not quite detailed enough. So we're going to go up here to detail level and we're going to increase that. Check out this window as we increase the detail level. Look at that. Look at that noise. That's awesome. Awesome. And let's do detail balance to kind of smooth things out a little bit. And let's increase our contrast just a little bit more. Change the brightness a smidge. Saturation. Ooh, I like that. Remember that when messing with fractals, it's totally up to you. Have fun with it. Go crazy. And enjoy it. I'm going to change my seething pattern to 2, or my seething animation to 2.2, and let's see what that looks like. Nice. Awesome. There you go. There's some fun fractals. Let's say you don't want that radial pattern. You just go up to your mirrors and play around with it. Change it to a kaleidoscope. And look at that. So the cool thing about these fractal patterns is that you can overlay them onto different textures, different environments, and make some really cool visuals. So right here, I have a landscape, a sandy dune. This is actually filmed in Oregon, believe it or not. And I have a sun, very, very bright, very cool, also on a tripod. So here's the shot. This is 120 frames per second, very slow. We got some sand moving across the dune. Awesome sauce. Let's just do that again. Okay, cool. So let's say that rosette fractal that I want, or that I just made, I want to put around the sunshine. Well, you can do that too. Check this out. Boom. Oh yeah. How cool is that? My mask is a little messed up, but that's pretty sweet. And that's just one of the use cases that I've played with the fractals. Let's scoot our timeline over. If you really want to go crazy, you can kind of create some DaVinci magic by taking, if you really want to figure it out, you can take your landscape shots or whatever shots you've created, and you can rebuild them in Blender and then add the fractals onto all sorts of different surfaces. So here's the first one that I created like a 3D sand dune, made it follow the ground, made it follow the sand dune, and made the fractals kind of expanding out from the sun. This one, I tracked my bed and tracked the walls, rebuilt the whole scene in 3D. And you'll see videos like this mostly with, there's a guy named Loka, or his tag name is Lokavision. He does a lot of scenes like this that emulate mushroom trips or DMT trips or something like that, and he does a lot of stuff like this. So that's what this was all kind of inspired by. But like I said before, a lot cheaper than Boris FX is $49 a month. Boop. You can download a free trial if you really want to. Sapphire has a lot of crazy plugins, not just fractals. But if you don't want to pay $45 a month or $545 a year, then you can do it right here in DaVinci Resolve. And if you want to get really crazy with it, I highly, highly suggest you take Lokavision's tutorial. He has a new tutorial series out starting at $47, and he goes way further into depth with all the things you can do with these techniques. I mean, look at this stuff. He goes all in, distorting the textures on the ground and the leaves. He does warping. He does like these little phase shifting. Look at that. Oh my God. If you want to go crazy, check out lokavision.com. His psychic renderings are absolutely insane, really affordable. I purchased his $140-something tutorial, and it's what inspired me to make this minuscule rudimentary version for you guys. So if you want to get crazy and you want to get serious, download his tutorial now. I'll put a link in the description. All right, guys, that's my tutorial. Hope you enjoyed. Have fun, get crazy, enjoy making all sorts of fun visuals. And if you do make any visuals and you post them to social media, be sure to tag tmac.mov to let me know. I would love to see it. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.